Hello everybody, welcome my friends to the show that hopefully never ends, and of course welcome along. It is Nicolini Orange, and that is a stage name, just in case you're wondering, to this day of 2023. Well, actually it's to this year as well at the same time, but anyway, never mind that. Of course what you're watching now is a beautiful train ride which actually eventually ends up in a small city and a historic tourist attraction of ELY, just outside Cambridge. And it's about 15 minutes to 20 minutes by train, if the trains are running smoothly. But yeah, I actually ended up going on a non-strike day, so of course I thought I'd venture up to, of course, show you a little bit of the area that I choose to go to in ELY. Watch. We are now heading up towards Water Beach, which is the stop that you can see that we're coming up to now, and you can see some lovely little beautiful animals along the way. Well, I've just literally arrived at ELY here. You can see the train here, and of course that's the train I literally was sitting on right at the far end here, because it was a busy train here due to the strike action the day before. It's the aftermath of it, basically, of course, the tail end of it, if you want to call it that way. But of course, yeah, I literally have to go underneath the path to get to the other side. I cannot cross here, this level crossing, without going underneath and then back through to that side. It's got the Friends of Jubilee Gardens, but nothing to show for it. I've finally, found a bench to rest on. Well, rest my bum anyway. But yeah, of course, my all-weather friend here, hopefully we are the show that never ends. Before I show you something important, this is actually ELY train station here. The train did leave around about 20 past, or just after 20 past 5, so it got here in good time. This looks like it could do with the paint up, but yeah, it's all down to money, why they probably haven't painted it for a long time. Well, for those people who are petrified about going underneath of the railway for whatever reason, then of course you probably won't want to end up going to ELY from Cambridge or vice versa. Lovely pictures here. And that one, ELY's Riverside here. The ELY Cathedral octagon. And this is the way out, that way. Well, for you lot out there, I'm just going to show you the outside of this building where I am right now. So yeah, unfortunately I ran out of time. I believe it said at 6 o'clock it was closed, but of course they're not allowing for 10 minutes to actually go and have a coffee in the Costa Coffee area of this Tesco's here in Ely. Of course, this is the Tesco's itself here. Look how far away from the train station, which is just up that walk there. You just go up that slope and the train station is just up there. Okay, it's a busy train station at the moment, so I couldn't really do too much filming there. But of course, normally, according to the website, if you look up all the opening times of various places, this one's actually said 6 o'clock, but it must have been closed a lot before that. So instead, I thought I'd take you on a trip around Ely. It's not something that I've done on video for a long time, although there has been an iPhone 7 coverage of Ely itself, but of course I haven't done it on the Samsung, so I thought I'd try it today. This is the main car park of Ely. I'm going to head into that direction over there, where that cathedral is. Well, it's blurred out now. Well, I've got my hat on. It's because it's a little bit chilly out here, and of course I'll be heading into this direction over the roundabout. Obviously I've got to take care as I cross the road, then eventually end up in an area which is quite dodged for a signal. If you come with me, I'll show you. So in this direction is the city centre, the Maltings River and the country park. We won't be heading into that direction today, not even where that runner is going. No, we'll be heading into that direction, then gonna go up the hill and show you where the strange signal does occur. Now you join me at the Jubilee Gardens in Ely. Take a quick look before I move on. It's got the Friends of Jubilee Gardens, but nothing to show for it, unfortunately. But yeah, there's something on this notice board here. It's obviously a winner of the 2021-22 celebrates the 25th anniversary of the Green Flag Award, the International Quality Mark for Parks and Green Spaces. Now this is the actual garden itself. It's definitely worth checking out. I remember meeting Julian here just by chance. Don't think that's going to happen today. There's a new board here since I've last been here, so we're checking out a little bit of this area to begin with. Got advertising opportunities here. Apply at visitely.org.uk. Visit Ely, and all the different things that you can visit. How nice that looks in the sun. I know it's not sunny today, but of course, yeah, you can even walk along the riverside as well. And you've got the beautiful cathedral in beautiful weather there, and you've got the sunset of Ely just there. So there's a Visit Ely app available for your app store. I'm going to head across the traffic lights here, where the signal can go a bit strange, as I keep mentioning here, and of course for your benefit out there, hopefully the video doesn't go strange as I go up here, but I'll tell you, it is quite a nice little walk actually. Of course, crossing the traffic lights first, pressing the button on the traffic lights. So we've got to wait for the cars to stop. I can go across. I didn't even think there was a fish and chip shop available in Ely to go to. I thought it was that little shop there that closed down, but apparently this one is open. I'm actually going to try and check it out and see what it's like, and maybe sit up the park in just a bit. It's actually called the Allen's Fish and Chip Bar, and I'm going to try for the first time their fish and chips. Let's see if they take card or cash first. So I purchased my fish and chips. Of course, you get a regular cod, and you can have an option of small chips if you like. I think they come from China, these people that of course served me, but of course they were fantastic people, I've got to say that. And of course, yeah, if you ever go into the Allen's fish and chip bar, you will be treated with great chips. I haven't tried them yet, but of course I will do. I'm sure I'm going to. I'm quite sort of convinced that these chips are going to be fantastic. You'll find out in just a moment when you look at them. But of course, when you do go into the Allen's fish and chip bar, what I suggest you do is, of course, bear with them, because there might be a queue, and of course, you know, they are cooking slowly, but I'm sure it's going to taste fresh. That's what they say on the window of the door, and you saw samples of that as I showed you a minute ago. If you want to have a look at the opening times again, have a look now. So this is the main entrance where the signal can go a bit strange, and of course we've got a map of where the cathedral is. The cathedral offices are there, stained glass museum, and the ELY Cathedral is just here, and you are here. It's nice to know where you are, and of course, yeah, this is where the signal can go a bit strange. I've said that so many times, I'm going to stop saying it now. But we're going to take a little bit of a wander up here and sit on one of the benches here, because I'm not going to do too much filming today. But of course, on another day, hopefully when the weather is a little bit more better and trains are running properly and in normal times, because sometimes they're on strike. But today, of course, it's the aftermath of one of the strikes that took place on Wednesday the 31st of May 2023. But of course, you've got the opening hours of the cathedral here. Of course, the cathedral is open from 7 o'clock in the morning till 6:30 daily, and the general visiting hours are there 10 o'clock till 4 o'clock Monday to Saturday. Last entry of 3:50 p.m. in the afternoon, and Sunday, of course, last entry is 3 o'clock, and of course 12:30 till 3:30 on Sunday. The cathedral itself is closed. And of course, you've got your weekday services there. And of course, there is a restaurant here which is open from Tuesday to Saturday from 10 o'clock and from 11 o'clock on Sunday, and the gift shop opening those times. And the Old Choir House, Ely High Street, a gift shop on the High Street. I'm sure it had a cafe, but of course it hasn't actually stated about that. So of course it does actually say, I'm going to read all of that in one go so you can make a headway what it's all about. Of course, welcome to Ely Cathedral, joyfully proclaiming the love of God in worship, outreach, welcome and care. This has been a place of Christian worship since AD 673, and it is a major part of the English spiritual and cultural heritage. Everyone is welcome, and we hope you'll enjoy your visit. That's speaking about this Ely Cathedral here. I just wonder how long these old walls have been here for. And the gate itself, you'll get to a lovely pathway here, and of course I'm going to sit down on a bench in just a moment. But of course, as nobody's here, there is a park just here, play area, the Park of Ely. Of course, they've got rules on it which you need to follow. The don'ts, obviously it's common sense. You don't climb about all of these frames here, and of course you keep yourself safe at the same time. It's quite a nice little play area for your families there. This is a nice little walkway that leads up towards the other side of the cathedral, which is just over here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hope that it is the show that never ends here. Still Nicolini Orange with you here live pretty much from ELY, but of course a video version rather than a broadcast version. But yeah, I'm sitting on this bench here. I've finally found a place for my bum to sit on, and it's quite a funny thought, that, isn't it? But like I say, it has been amazing trip so far. I was going to go into the town of ELY. I decided that because I saw the Allen Fish Bar, I decided to pop in for a fish and chips, which I'll show you the fish and chips in just a moment so you can get an idea of what it's like. So if you wanted to come here to go and pop to the Allen Fish Bar, that's what it's called here. I think, as I say, Chinese run it, and of course they are friendly. As long as they're friendly, it doesn't matter to me who they are and who runs it, as long as it's run and the fish and chips are just as good. But yeah, not a soul about from where I'm sitting on this bench here. Maybe it's because of strikes, people are scared to come out, or is it because it's overcast day, or is it because they just can't be bothered to risk going on the train in case they don't come back. But I've taken a risk today to come here, and hopefully I'll get a return train back to Cambridge this evening here, and I've only got a short walk to go till I get my train. Okay, and hopefully they are running today. We're told they are, and of course I'll get one back to Cambridge. But due to the strikes and all that kind of thing that we hear on the TV, it's sort of scaremongering people not to come out. But saying that, there was a lot of people on trains today, I have to say. And of course, yeah, I keep looking around seeing if anyone's around, but absolutely not a spot about. There's been a few people about, but of course you never know where they're going to turn up. That's the problem when you come to quiet places like this or similar kind. It's not just this place, but it is a lovely quiet spot, I've got to say that on that note. And of course, yeah, the Jubilee Gardens is just in that direction where I showed you a minute ago. Then you've got the Allen Fish Bar, as I said. And yeah, the strike days were yesterday, Wednesday the 31st of May 2023. It is, of course, the 1st of June 2023. There's 2 more strike days to come, Friday and Saturday. And of course the aftermath is on Sunday, I believe. Okay, and it hopefully goes back to normal on the 4th of June. But of course, not to say that there won't be any future strikes. Hopefully there won't be, and it comes to an end. But of course, we can never tell in train strikes. You know, you can't rely on it. Hopefully it won't be by the time we go away to Great Yarmouth as well. That's the main thing as well. I'm just rooting for that. Fingers crossed for that. The view here, just behind the trees, is actually the cathedral, which of course sort of covers up the cathedral. You can just vaguely see the cathedral in the background. So if you do have this spot, the tree unfortunately covers the cathedral itself, which is a bit of a shame. But of course, yeah, we do need our trees, I've got to say, on a constructive note. But yeah, we just need somewhere that we can actually see the cathedral from here, which of course is very difficult. I think we see a lot of pigeons and birds around here. We don't want to frighten them away, do we? I don't even know what that was. Looks like a bird, doesn't it? There's one down there. Looking for some food there. I don't have any. So that's just about it for this video here from Touring With Us Lovers here. If you want to grab yourself a copy of this, you can do so. Just let us know when you're going to purchase one. Perhaps we can send one to you. I don't know how you want to pay for it. You can do it by eBay, or actually, of course, you can do it by PayPal or GoFundMe, whichever way you want to. All monies received go towards the actual channel, and some of it goes towards the Eastdown Park of Haver Hill in Suffolk. I'm not in Eastdown Park now, but I think that's a great cause as well, where some of your money could actually go on, and probably most likely will do. thank you very much for watching. Till next time, take care. It has been really me from ELY. Have a lovely last lot of pictures, and we'll see you next time. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe to us if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time. And one more thing here, have a look at the fish and chips, please. So I just want to summarise, of course, the experience of going to ELY. Fantastic little sort of time that I had there for £3.55 on my discount rate. Wasn't too bad just for a non-strike day, but hopefully the strikes won't continue forever. But of course, we can never tell in sort of modern times what these strikes are going to be and when they're going to be and when they occur. Of course, there's no sort of system in place that enables to stop this or prevent that happening. But of course, we have to just make do with what we've got and not complain too much. But yeah, it is very difficult in this day and age here in 2023, I've got to say. But of course, it was a good venture that I did do yesterday. It was an overcast day, and of course, it was a pleasure to do it. It was a good chance to go to Jubilee Gardens as well and see a little bit of Morris dancing, maybe. I don't know. But of course, yeah, call it what you like. But yeah, the main sort of point I wanted to say is about my fish and chips for £8.60, not £8.40, which I previously said, which I had to cut out. But of course, £8.60, of course, £2 for small chips, and of course, I believe it was £6.60 for the fish. That's the cod itself, and you had to wait for the cod to be cooked, and you have to bear with these kind of people there. I don't know whether they were actually Chinese, but so I was uncertain of what the nationality of the staff at the Allen's Fish Bar was in ELY, but of course I can rest assure you that they did a fantastic job. But yeah, I noticed the taste is slightly different in terms of oil compared to other chip shops here. It's not to say one is better than the other, but of course it's a little bit different taste, I would say, compared to, say, for example, the seaside or just some inland fish and chip shops. It's not to say that, as I say, anyone is better than the other. Yes, it's National Chip Week, apparently so. But like I say, it was very tasty, and of course, yes, it was just different, I would say. I'm not going to give it a rate out of 10. It's just I'm going to give it a sort of a review rather than giving it a mark out of 10. You make your mind up yourself by looking at the pictures. I repeat it once more for what I actually had. So if you want to have a look at the pictures, have a look now. And of course, I would say a final goodbye to you all. And of course, it's not quite the end of the videos yet, but there's plenty more to come on Touring with Us. Don't you worry about that. I can assure you that. Hopefully, the show that never ends. If we are, then so be it. But of course, we are hopefully the show that never ends. Okay, and of course, yeah, hit that thumbs up. Thank you very much for doing that. And subscribe to us if you haven't already. Free of charge, by the way. Looks like it measurates to me from where I'm standing at the Jubilee Gardens in ELY, 2023.
Looks like they're doing a rehearsal.